All this week here on Virginia This Morning, we're introducing you to boomers and shakers, people here in our community who are working to make it better with grand and small gestures. For a sixth year, CBS 6 has partnered with the magazine for this project. Today, we introduce you to Kathleen Burke Barrett, Chief Executive Officer of St. Joseph's Villa. For 10 years, she's headed up the organization that served more than 3,000 children and adults last year alone. St. Joseph's Villa was founded right here in Richmond in 1834 and is the longest continuously operating children's nonprofit in America. We welcome Kathleen Burke Barrett to our show. Good morning and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
You are a Richmonder born and bred, aren't you?
Right in this neighborhood. I grew up in the Fan District and went to school at St. Gertrude's and went to VCU and still live in the city.
And that's a good thing. So Richmond really is your heart, isn't it?
Well, it is, and the people of Richmond mainly. There's so many wonderful things happening in Richmond, but there's still so many people that need help. And that's one of the things that I focus on, and thank you and Boomer Magazine for bringing to attention St. Joseph's Villa and the people we serve.
Well, thank you for all that St. Joseph's Villa does for our community. You really are a very important cog in the wheel of getting things done for people. For folks who are not familiar with St. Joseph's Villa, what they do, because we all know the word St. Joseph Villa. We pass by it in Northside. What does St. Joseph's Villa do?
Well, it's interesting. A lot of people, we ask them how many of you have ridden by and say, I wonder what they do there. Mm-hmm. Well, the good news is that if you really don't know what we do, you don't need our services. But we have a very large project where we work with the homeless veterans, homeless individuals in Richmond and Petersburg. We just won a national award in Washington for that program. We have mental health services. We have an autism center. We take care of children from little ones up to 22, and we have 60 apartment units for people with disabilities. We have a free clinic on campus. It's a very complex and large organization. There are about 20 different services that each could be its own nonprofit.
I know, I was trying to figure out what exactly is the focus, because right. You do so much.
Well, someone said to me recently on a tour, and they said, well, why don't you do fewer things, and you could maybe, and concentrate on fewer. And I said, because we do them all well. Every one of the programs is award-winning. I'm not bragging, I'm bragging on our staff. Children come to us who have not been able to make it in other settings, and our mission is to make sure that we help them go back to their public schools, to get into college, whatever that role is. We help kids in mental health crisis with our stabilization unit. We do in-home, in-school. It started as an orphanage, but over the years it has changed to be a multifaceted social services and treatment organization.
You've long been involved in community service here in the city. You were CEO of the Red Cross for about 4 years or so. You've worked on the boards of St. Joseph's Villa, or of St. Gertrude's and Benedictine. Mm-hmm. Community service seems to be something that's near and dear to you. Why do you think that touches you so much that you want to reach out and help?
Well, way back in Catholic schools, we were taught that you're going to learn to give of yourself to the community and to those in need, whether you like it or not, and no matter how much it hurts. And I can remember a junior year, we got silver class rings, the only class in history, I think, of St. Gertrude's, because we sent the money to the missions. Well, that killed us because of our rings being different, but it was a life lesson for us that we've carried through. It's what you give back that makes such a difference. And unfortunately, we have the same problems in Richmond we had in 1834 when the villa started. There are children who are homeless, children who have needs that aren't being met, and we need to take care of them.
One of the things you said in the interview was that you wake up excited every morning to go to St. Joseph's Villa.
Well, I do. I didn't mention that I wake up tired every morning, but I do. People ask me all the time, are you going to retire or whatever? I mean, I love going to work because every day I know we're contributing to improving people's lives. I know that sounds corny, but it's true, and we get to see day to day these kids and what's going on, and it's fabulous.
And you have a lot of wonderful transition programs. One of the ones helps foster children who age out of the system, who are sometimes forgotten.
It's a pilot program. So many kids who age out at 18, they don't have anywhere to go. They maybe have been accepted to college, they might be great students, but so we are working with what's called rapid rehousing, and we're putting them in apartments and getting them the support systems and the wraparound services they need so that they can go and be productive. Imagine if you were 18 and you didn't have anywhere to live. and you didn't have anybody to help you get a car or something like that. So we don't want these kids to get discouraged at a certain point. We want them to go to college, to do what they want to do, or trade school, or whatever career development they want. And sometimes you just need that little help.
And St. Josephsville is there. Thank you for all you do for the community.
Thank you.
Now that we know a little bit more, and people can always come and find out more.
I would love for people to come. We love to give tours. We have a golf cart. You don't have to walk all around our 83 acres, and we welcome you.
Kathleen, Burke, Barrett, thank you so much.
Thank you,
congratulations
Good to see
on
you
your
again.
Boomers and Shakers. Good to see
Thank
you as well.
you.
And you can read profiles of all of this year's Boomers and Shakers honorees in the December-January issue of Boomer magazine. It's free on stands now at dozens of locations throughout the metro area. And join us tomorrow when we introduce you to another of this year's Boomers and Shakers, Rosalind Watkins, president of the JHW Foundation.